All right, we back with another one, and this story comes out of Yonkers, New York. And what we see here is a black gentleman steals an automobile, begins a high-speed chase with the police in pursuit, and he eventually wrecks into a building. The police pull him out of the car and they go hands on. This is graphic content. Viewer discretion is advised. Fair use. Let's go. You're going to see the suspect is not resisting when he gets out of the vehicle. He's complying, hands up. They immediately begin aggressively grabbing him. You see they got him restrained. Now this officer puts his taser in his back and begins to taser him for no apparent reason. And you see Cartagena come in with the kicks. Just disgusting. My God. He tasers him again. For what reason, I do not know. Just because he wanted to, I guess.
I'm gonna hit him again. No. You ready? Kill those lights. Kill those lights.
My God. If the kicks weren't enough, he comes in with the fist. There you see it. Now, there was no need for all that extra business at the end. But we're going to read this article and then I'll give my commentary. All right, I'm going to hit him again. Overzealous New York cop who was caught on video punching, kicking black man charged with assault by a Ashika in Harrison, published June 21st, 2024. Atlanta Black Star. A Yonkers police officer who was supposed to uphold the law was recently indicted for breaking it, according to a report by Fox 5 New York. Sergeant Hector Cartagena, 55, was arrested for assault on Monday, June 17th, after using excessive force against a fleeing suspect in March. An investigation found Cartagena was chasing a suspect who'd stolen a car at approximately 9:45 p.m. on March 14th, when the car the suspect was driving crashed into a wall and officers pulled him from the vehicle. Okay, body camera footage shows the suspect, whose identity has not been publicized, being wrestled to the ground by several officers and tased. While on the ground, being restrained with his hands behind his back, the suspect is repeatedly punched and kicked by Cartagena, resulting in the suspect sustaining a fractured orbital bone. Damn. I'm going to hit him again, Cartagena yells at one point of the video. Cartagena, who has been with the department for 24 years, was suspended without pay. Good deal. I'm tired of hearing how these officers get a paid vacation when they do incidents like this. Suspended without pay. That needs to happen more. He was promoted to his current rank in 2019, according to the tweet from policecareer.com. Police officers are sworn to protect us and uphold the law. Police officers are sworn to protect us and uphold the law. The Yonkers Police Department was proactive in identifying one of their officers as acting outside their training policies and promptly referred this matter to my office. Westchester County District Attorney Miriam Roach said, the facts learned during the course of our investigation were presented to a grand jury who returned an indictment charging the defendant with offenses related to his alleged use of excessive force. There's no alleging. Oh, he did that. The sergeant is being backed by the Yonkers CLSA Police Union. The union's president, Detective Captain Michael Hanley, released a statement addressing the matter, noting their position that Cartagena was performing his official duties and attempting to subdue a violent felon. Is that what you saw? But we know these police unions, that's their job to cape for their fellow officers and protect them, even when they're wrong. And he's definitely wrong. and the other cops were wrong too, but we'll get into that at the end. This pursuit started with a suspect who stole a civilian vehicle and proceeded to lead numerous police units on a high speed chase throughout the city of Yonkers. The perpetrator intentionally caused accidents with several police vehicles that resulted in injuries to police officers, Hanley said. The perpetrator's actions throughout the pursuit endangered the lives of numerous citizens of the city of Yonkers. The detective sergeant was performing his official duties and attempting to subdue a violent felon who was resisting attempts to be taken into custody. I didn't see any resistance, so he's just outright lying right here. But that's what they do when they in these high speed chases. At the end, they figure it's they're entitled to whoop up on the suspect, if not kill him. We've seen it many times. I've uploaded a live stream I had where one of the neighboring cities around here, the police were chasing a suspect in a stolen vehicle, and it crashed a couple of houses down from me. And I had a dialogue with the police. I was asking them, was it necessary to chase a stolen vehicle, putting other people's lives at risk for a low level crime? So if you want to check that out, I guess I could leave it in a link in the description if you want to see it. It was an interesting dialogue I had with the brother. Just go and check it out if you're interested. All right, let me continue. Hanley also called out Yonkers Mayor Mike Spano and Police Commissioner Chris Sapinza for allegedly failing to give Cartagena proper due process and said they believe he will be exonerated of the charges. He don't need to be. He needs to be prosecuted to the full extent of the law, even more so than civilians. You guys know how I feel about when these police break the law. I believe they should get a higher sentence than the rest of us because they are officers of the law. And when they break it, they need a severe penalty. Just my opinion. Every person in this great country is afforded the right to due process. Unfortunately, based on the statements issued by Mayor Spano and Commissioner Sapinza, Detective Sergeant Cartagena has been denied this right. Hanley continued. Their rush to judgment on a 25-year veteran of the Yonkers Police Department with an honorable record is disappointing, and these comments could have a negative impact on his right to a fair trial. Get out of here. The Yonkers CLSA, that's the police union, looks forward to Detective Sergeant Cartagena's opportunity to present all the facts of this case. We believe that after a full review of all evidence, Detective Sergeant Cartagena will be exonerated of all charges. Some online users have already convicted Cartagena in the court of public opinion, but also believe he will be exonerated. Charges mean nothing when they get probation and still get to keep their job. One Reddit user wrote under a post that showed the body camera footage. Other users said Cartagena's fellow officers were just as guilty. I agree. If you're tasering someone because they are using their hands to fend off blows and kicks to their face, you should do prison time too, one wrote. And his piece of shit partner doing nothing. Why are the officers that see this behavior and not do anything about it also not being punished? I definitely agree. That's one of the things I wanted to mention in my commentary, and they hit the nail right on the head. Despite Cartagena's arrest, the suspect is also being prosecuted by the Westchester DA's office. The suspect is also being prosecuted by the Westchester DA's office for grand larceny, reckless endangerment, and assault. Yeah, they're going to give him something in the process as well. I didn't see this man resisting at all. I didn't even see him trying to block the blows from hitting him. He had his hands behind his back. He had a knee in his back. He had several officers on him. The officer with the taser needs charges as well because this man was down on the ground with his hands behind his back, not resisting, and he tasered him several times. The officer Cartagena definitely needs severe charges. He needs to go away for a while. That type of behavior is unwarranted. And even in the police academy, they train you how to subdue a suspect, and kicks to the head and punches to the head is not one of them. Absolutely disgusting the way this man behaved. I would definitely keep an eye out on this case. If anything further transpires, I will definitely give an update. We see this a lot though. And these police unions, they do the usual things where they back their officers no matter what they do. They could have killed someone in the process of arresting them, and no matter what, these police unions will always side with them. No one deserves to be treated like that. With these car thefts, it's a low level crime, and most of the time you shouldn't even chase them like that. They blaming him for endangering other lives, but they have set up laws that when you're in these high pursuits, to back down because you're putting the public at risk. So these police officers are just as guilty as the driver of the stolen car at putting people's lives in danger. It's a low level crime. You catch him when you catch him. You lay low. You get a helicopter to follow him, so you're not speeding. The faster you go, the faster he's gonna go, and the more lives you're gonna put in danger. I really wish these police officers stopped doing that over something as minor as a stolen car. And look what happens at the end. The person's car get totaled out, which insurance covers it, but still, you just let it go. It's a nothing crime. It's not putting anyone's life in at risk from a stolen car until you start chasing them. Then lives are at risk. But you just let that go. It's a low level crime. Let it go, and you try to catch him later, or when he run out of gas or something. I see a lot of these chases, and a lot of times people will get hurt in the process of these chases. I'm just glad nobody else got hurt besides the driver, who injuries came from the police, and they need to be held accountable for those injuries on that man. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and we will see you on the next one. Take care.